everybody, welcome back to Let's Play Pokemon Yellow. I am Schoolboy Alex.
And I am Borg Drone Adam. Or Drak. We are the Borg. Lower your shields and surrender your ships.
Yeah, anyway.
What? I'm making new trainers as we go. Welcome everybody to our LP of Pokemon Yellow. And man, it's very green where we are.
Yes. The Pokemon here are so chunky. There should be a pink one with floral patterns. And you go...
Okay, I'd just like to say for the record, the trainer just called her Pokemon fat. And
go up here, you find a Max Ether.
I didn't realize the Black Rose was in the game, but apparently she is.
Oh, cute.
Oh, we're getting the Lavender Town. Dude, I really hope you read the town sign. Because if you didn't, I'm going to be a little disappointed.
I'm not sure I did, actually. I know I go look at the ghost Pokemon.
Because I did with my monochromatic wonderfulness, and I just laughed at it. I'm like, this needs to happen in Pokemon Yellow. And we are going into the Pokemon Tower first?
Yes.
Okay.
I can't stop crying. Pokemon Tower, giving children trauma since 1996.
Let's just be honest. We're here to make fun of Gary.
Yes.
Because how dare he let his Rattata die? I mean, seriously, man. You're the one who decided to play the Nuzlocke challenge. Speaking of which, have you seen the end of that?
No, I haven't been following
it. Oh, man, it's awesome. Okay, and so here is Gary, and I love the fact that all the walls are tombstones in here. It's like, seriously, it's like the Vietnam... Well, no, it's not like the Vietnam Wall, but it's pretty close. I mean, that's the obstructions in this dungeon.
I don't think the walls... Well, yeah, there are tombstones all over the floor, of course, because this is a memorial tower.
Pokemon Tower, the world's largest pet cemetery.
Sometimes dead is better.
What's that? Okay, never mind. I thought I almost heard Alex going into Morgan Freeman, and I'm like, okay, we need to get him to speak more in Morgan Freeman.
Except that's not a Morgan Freeman movie, so...
It's been a cold day in December when I met Miss Daisy. And then I met Mr. Wayne and built him a tank.
Yes, I go through Gary's team pretty darn easy. Roar!
Well,
and of course it's unaffected, thank you.
I think I've said this in both Blue and Yellow. It gets to a point in this game where you really are the bad guy, and he's the good guy. Because he's the underdog in every fight. The only thing that makes him a bad guy is he's a jerk.
Yeah.
I mean, because, like, you're trashing him, and then I annihilate him. I don't even give his Pokemon a chance to recover. And now we have a Magnemite. Oh, I love Magnemite.
Yeah, Magnemite's awesome. And go Diglett.
I especially liked it in Gen 2 when they came up with the Steel type and gave him Steel Electricity.
That was pretty cool. A little frustrating, though, if you don't have a Fire type.
Oh, true. I mean, Steel is a cool thing, but yet at the same time you're like, now I can't use Electric types against Fire types.
And I start experiencing random slowdown, of course.
It's an emulator. Look, again, boys and girls, we're playing on an emulator. We will have problems. If you have recommendations of better ways to do it, we'd love to hear your feedback.
Yeah.
But we are playing on an emulator, so...
So before you hit that dislike button, you might want to hit the comment box.
Look, it's either that or we go and do, because I totally love these LPs, where somebody takes a camera and basically points it right down at their Game Boy screen and hopes you can see what they're doing.
Oh god, camcorder LPs.
Oh man, they bug me so much.
If you can't bother to do it properly, don't do it at all.
I mean, don't get me wrong, I get why some of them do it, because, there's ambiguity on emulators, but emulators will come out better, and people will be able to see what they want to see, the gameplay.
I don't think so. It's just people who don't have a clue what they're doing.
Yeah. And I want to make this observation really quick, because I've noticed this even in Blue. Mankey looks kind of funny when you have him as your Pokemon.
Yeah.
He looks like he's the son of Cthulhu. Because the arms don't make sense with their size. They all look like tentacles.
I'm slow down again.
Yeah.
I doubt there are any left. Well, I better get going. I've got a lot to accomplish, pal. Smell you later.
And as he leaves, we turn back and the camera pans to his face, and there's a single tear going down his cheek.
Why the hell did I click out the emulator again?
I have no idea why you did, but this is starting to get entertaining.
I promise I don't do that. So I'm actually going a little bit further. I can't do much anything, but I do want to show this because other LPers don't. I want to show what happens when you go through this tower a little bit without the silph scope. I know many of you know what I'm talking about.
Oh, so you're talking about, like, actually just seeing ghosts.
Yes.
Because you don't know what they are.
Right. Because, you know, LPers, all the other LPers don't do this. And I want
That's a good idea, because I actually didn't do it either. But then again, I'm following things very formulaic, so...
And for the record, like I said, it is possible to do Pokemon Tower without the silph scope if you have a Pokemon doll. This is only Gen 1, though. It's the nifty glitch you can exploit. Great,
Yeah.
great if you're speedrunning. Pikachu's too scared to move. Get out.
So it can speak when it's in ghost form, but when you actually know it for the Cubone that it is, then it starts going, Cubone, Cubone, bone, bone.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's a gifted Cubone. He can speak the English language.
Took some lessons from Meowth.
Who knows? He might be better than Meowth. Because Meowth isn't exactly the most educated sort. In fact, I'm waiting for Meowth to start up the Pokemon Mafia.
Oh.
Because he is just totally a Joe Pesci.
By the way, I was actually trying to see if I could make this glitch work. I think it's like only in it's in Gen 1 where you can actually see what the ghost is by looking at your Pokedex. But I guess it doesn't work in yellow. It probably only works in blue and red and green.
That and the bug could have been fixed in
Yeah.
the BIOS of the ROM.
I don't think so. Not in the ROM, at least. I'm sure it's been fixed for yellow, but
Probably for the cartridge itself.
yeah, but not for the...
Oh, you didn't look at the sign.
No, I
Dang
didn't.
it. Because I love it. It's, welcome to
Bougie is-
Lavender Town, the shining town of purple.
Pretty
I'm like,
much.
well, that's kind of how it looks in the Game Boy Color version.
I guess while we're in Lavender Town, there's a bit of a fun fact I can get, because trivia is what I do. Apparently, in the first editions of Pokemon Green, the pitch for the music was actually too high, and Game Freak had to go back and tune it down a little bit.
Like, were they actually having problems with ears and stuff like that? Like, ears bleeding? Was it
Suppo-
that high?
There's some rumors that some children might have experienced headaches, and that's possible, but mostly it was just strain on the Game Boy speakers. Then you get into the more ridiculous legends, like
It was a strain on the Game Boy screen?
speakers.
Speakers, okay.
Yeah. But, haha, I guess not. That white hand on your shoulder. It's not real. Yeah. So many creepypasta stories born out of this town.
Indeed.
But like I was saying, there are the more ridiculous rumors about Lavender Town that it caused children to have suicides, and really, if you take 5 minutes and look on Google, you won't find a single shred of evidence to support
Really?
it.
Yeah, that's outlandishly stupid. If kids were killing themselves over Lavender Town,
The name rating.
I don't know if I'd have anything to say to them except for, you stupid!
And I had to kind of cross...
We go from a weird purple to a weird green.
My emulator crashed, so I had to kind of cross-cut there.
Yep. And we got some talk about round and fluffy Pokemon, so apparently Black Rose followed us outside of Lavender Town.
Miniskirt wants to fight. I'm not making...
Thank you! Mini Skirt! That's what we should call them now.
I've been watching a playthrough of Pokemon Green, and it's actually a badly made English port, and I'm talking like all your base are belong to us bad.
And so instead of being lass,
It's
mini
mini
skirt.
skirt. It's so hilarious. All the translations are so bad in that game. Well, I think we should play that now. We should go back. We should play the...
No,
We should
because my
play-
head would explode.
We need to play the bad English porting of Pokemon Green.
We would get like 3 strikes instantly on our YouTube account for being sexist, racist, whatever. Because if they're doing lasses miniskirt, that only makes me wonder what else comes down the line that they would call.
It's nothing too bad. It's a kid's game after all.
But it's not a kid who's translating this.
No. But it's not like a... It's not
Oh,
like
wait, never mind. It could be a son of Master Chief that's doing it. And
It's not
therefore, we get every male character in Pokemon gay or tard.
It's not like those bad ROM hackers either that add a lot of unnecessary gratuitous language or have the Pokemon die instead of faint.
So what you're saying is that it is so... I'm gonna murder this. So the ROM hackers are so Kaizo?
ROM hackers are so Kaizo.
Was that right, or was it Kaijo?
Kaizo.
Kaizo. There we go.
It's named for for the Kaizo trap in Mario.
Okay, so I need to point this out because this is going to be one of those comparisons between blue and yellow, or blue and yellow. You've seen the sprite for the blue Growlithe, right?
Yes.
He literally looks like he's from the Felix the Cat universe, and he's about to hawk up a hairball.
That's true.
And then I see the actual Growlithe, and he's so cute and cuddly, and I'm like, I get the version that wants to hawk up a hairball.
That's why I say we gotta play Pokemon Green for the bad translation and the goofy looking sprites. Because the Pokemon Green sprites, there's a reason Green didn't come to the US. It's because the sprites look terrible.
I don't know, that's gonna be a hard sell for me.
It's so hilarious, and nobody else has done a full LP of it that I know of.
The problem is that I've also done other fan translations, and they don't get better. They get worse over time.
That's the point, it's so bad, it's good. But it's like somebody who's not even proficient in English either.
If anything, I would just like to refer to it in this LP, but I don't know. This may be one of those things like Sonic 06 that Alex has to convince me for months, and I may or may not cave. I don't know, because I still get 06 requests. So
be a champ.
So what you're telling me, Alex, is you want me to be a winner and not a wiener?
Yes.
Okay. Well, I'll take that argument into consideration.
Oh, you lowered my defense real good.
So here's another interesting factor, because I think it got added into Gen 2, but it was originally going to get added into Yellow. I do remember seeing screenshots of when you do the Brock encounter, he has a Vulpix. I do know that later when you go, I think it's when you go through Kanto in Gen 2, he does have a Zubat. I'm not sure about a Vulpix. But they actually do try to emulate the Pokemon that he caught in the anime.
I honestly can't remember. You need strategy to win this.
And so, like, he still gives the same speech of, I prefer rock hard defense. And then he pulls out a Zubat and you're like, that's not rock or hard.
Grimer.
Oh man, that Grimer looks creepy. It's like, ugh, come here. That's Pedo Grimer. That's what that is.
Thralls. Now you want to talk pedo Pokemon.
Oh yeah. Oh jeez. Drowsy. Whoever came up with Drowsy, I swear it must have come up. I can't remember what it's actually called. It's like the noob face or something like that. But the stupid, like the elite Leer.
Yeah.
And that's what they did when they came up with Drowsy, is that they tried to mimic that.
Drowsy grew to level 19. Super Nerd's about to use Muck.
Sillies, we don't care about Muck.
Muck has a horrible habit of using Minimize. Especially when you're fighting Koga.
Oh yeah, in fact, I think it's almost expected that he uses it with Koga.
Yes. But a strategy, if you have a Pokemon that knows Stomp, does double damage if a Pokemon uses Minimize.
Alex, Koga can only be explained in one concept. Do you get the gaming term turtle?
No.
Okay. A turtle in a game is basically when you're playing multiplayer and you do everything in your power to slow things down as much as you can. That's Koga.
That is Koga.
Koga will sit there and he'll do all his little sub-abilities and just spam them while you're trying to kill him. The problem is that the game lets his work.
Of course.
So, like, he's the only time where, like, I have ever seen Disable work. Like, every time. Or Poison Sting hits poison every time. Or all the powders work at once.
Of course the dumbass disables my confusion.
Of course.
So I have to put it to sleep and try and use it, will it down with Pound. And I disable it for extra security. Huh, how's that feel? Why couldn't I disable, huh? Huh? Get it?
That would have been awesome, actually.
Yes.
You've disabled him by disabling him. But then again, we would be saying disable too much in one sentence.
Critical hit.
Aww, and he's sleeping through it.
And Drowsy's disabled no more, but he stays asleep, I believe, the whole turn.
This is a lazy Grimer, is what you're saying.
Yes. A lot like my Chow in Sonic Adventure 2.
Okay.
Sorry, I have lazy Chow.
Yes, you do. And there's a creepy super nerd.
ARPA nerd.
It's not logical, Captain. Neither is Pokemon. Oh, you gotta love these moments where they just group up a bunch of trainers in a row. And then they're like, we're gonna have this one facing this way and this one facing this way.
School is fun. Yes, it is schoolboy. Now it's a super nerd.
It was.
I thought it was a schoolboy. It might be a schoolboy in certain remakes, I don't know.
You're just making me want to reference Monty Python the entire time. It was a trauma I suffered when I was but a schoolboy.
Did you
I
really?
was attacked by a Siamese bat. You mean Siamese cat? No, Siamese bat.
Did you really have to go to Monty Python?
Yes, I did.
It's the most over-referenced thing on the internet.
Because I'm an old fuddy-duddy and I go towards the Monty Python.
It's not that, it's because it's so referenced so much.
Nonetheless, it was but a trauma I suffered when I was but a schoolboy.
Cover.
Akins. Gopher. I love doing coughing. I hate doing wheezing.
Cause wheezing makes you hurt your voice. Wheeze!
Well, that's funny because apparently coughing and wheezing's prototype names were NY and LA.
Game Freak prototype names?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd have no problem with it. Anyway,
I like meter.
and just watch, we just lost all of our LA and New York fans. If we had any. I'm sorry, come back, we need your views. The miniskirt's gonna destroy us.
Les wants to fight. Go, Spiro.
The miniskirt wants to fight, but yet, she doesn't look like she wants to fight at all.
She throws like a girl. And this goes all
Quite
our
appropriate.
female viewers. This goes all our female viewers. Oh, come on, I get poisoned from one poison sting?
No, see, they didn't leave. That was the female viewers striking back.
I'm just kidding, females out there.
I think at this point it is appropriate to quote this, FEMINISM! And just watch, now they all left because I quoted Film Brain. She's confused.
See, I like this.
But not apparently confused enough to use a tail whip.
I like this confusion animation better in this generation with the big question marks and that goofy sound effect.
Yes.
I don't like the Tweety birds.
Dude, do you want to know where the Tweety birds came from?
Where?
Freaking Final Fantasy. They've been doing it for years.
Of course.
Except for, it's not little Tweety birds, it's little chocobos.
A Tweety bird. A Tweety bird. Rabbit sees stars.
What was that?
I said rabbit sees stars.
Exactly.
Rena. Yeah, I'm just trying to get Spiro some experience.
This is actually interesting. You have a full Pokemon team at this point.
Yes.
It took how many badges to do this?
Hey, I'm trying to get the best of the best. And
You
of
know
course
how
I
to bug it
poisoned
out.
again! Come on! I would do one poison suit, I'd do 5 damage, I wouldn't so much as get a poison. And of course
Which
it's...
makes no sense because technically a Psychic type is stronger against a Poison type. You would think it would do 1 HP, it's not very effective.
Yeah, I don't know what's up with that.
And yet, well, 3 damage, that's not bad, but it's still,
Well,
it
poison...
doesn't make sense with the typing.
Well, the poison has a set damage counter, I believe.
Oh,
Not-
yeah.
As opposed to actual attacks, like status inflicting moves have like...
It's a
set
chip damage. It's
Yeah.
a chip damage debuff. I mean, burn works the same way.
I mean, toxic will like always take you out in like 3 turns or so.
You apparently hurt her brain.
What?
Why?
Spearo's
Why?
evolving!
And now you're gonna hurt her brain more. Why? Why?
Dun, 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 don't press the B button.
No, because Spearo's much cooler than Spearow.
Definitely.
I'm not a big fan of the Spearow evolutions, but Fearow is definitely cooler. Fear not, Drowsy. You are no longer poisoned.
I just want Fearow because I want to be able to use Pidgeotto in a different game.
Meow. Oh no. Meow, meow, meow. Meow, meow, meow.
Go Westian Meowth.
I was trying to think of the stereotype when I actually fought her in my LP. I'm like, what is that called? Where an anime girl's like, meow, meow, meow.
Oh, I don't know what it's called. I know the sound they make.
Yeah.
Like neon or something.
Or something like that. And I just like, seriously? That stereotype is in this game.
Of course it's in this game.
Of course, it's Japan. They can reference their own stereotypes. We can't do that. I don't know why. Little Karibo's famous to everybody. It's not like we could say Brooklyn Rage. Oh, wait, yeah, we can. Speaking of, so I want to ask Alex specifically this. Did you see apparently there was another Yu-Gi-Oh movie that came out, and Little Karibo did an abridged to it.
Are you talking about the Season 0 movie?
Or, I don't know if it's Season 0 or whatever, but it's the one where the 3 protagonists of the Yu-Gi-Oh series all come together. So Yugi, and then Jaden Yuki from GX, and whoever the other guy is from 5Ds.
I did not see that one.
I haven't seen it either, but then I was watching Linkara, and he actually references it.
Uh-huh.
And it is awesome! Because the villain that they face, Little Karibo has made him perfect. Because he's like, and my planet's supposed to do this, my planet's great, my planet's great. It was so good, Linkara took the villain that he was reviewing in that comic and rearranged his voice to that character. Mew. So and he speaks like Princess Bride, the priest.
The priest.
Mowedge, my plan is great. My plan is to destroy you, Superman.
That is great.
Because my plan is great.
And I kind of forget for a minute that this has a guard gate.
Gee, I'm thirsty. Then go to the vending machine and get a freaking drink.
We can't leave this post.
Then ask somebody else who's not on duty to do it. I'm bewildered at the fact that every guard entrance into Saffron City are all thirsty
I
at the
know.
same time. I mean, seriously, do they not take care of their employees?
I guess they don't.
Do the guards need to unionize?
Probably so.
I'm not even suggesting that, but I mean, seriously. I think there are some laws being broken here.
I heard a sleepy Pokemon appeared near Celadon City.
And this is when we start getting deluged with all the Snorlax. Because apparently the Kanto region has a serious Snorlax epidemic.
They all came down from the mountains and decided to nap right on the road.
I'm gonna go here, and Joe, you go there, and Billy, you go down that way.
Okay, that wraps up this episode, so until next time, everybody, this has been Let's Play Pokemon Yellow.
I am Sith Lord Drak.
And I'm Ace Trainer Alex.
We'll see you then.